new start control to Ur-Quan masters, and I need now to go to Mercury here. Still this person trying to get it. I have changed the ship from game settings. Here I can change the captain's name, which is now under my nickname, and the flagship is named Peace. I like it, Peace Bringer or Peacemaker, something like that, but not enough symbols. Let's try. Yeah, go the sound. No. You got that. That is the planet again. Okay. Ah. So this should be Mercury. Let's go LP, no LP, no LP, but all of resources. Now, this planet has a lot of plastics, so be careful. Right? Ah! We got some detail. It's not green one. Oh! Okay, not enough. Let's see. My cargo hold is full. So, it does not have a resource. Silver, lithium. Where is the radioactive? True. Oh! Ah. Okay. Again, I have to reload and patch the probe again. Let's go. Ah. One day I will use with this. Oh, this too? No, no. What was that? Oh, three. I must be careful not to lose. Oh, no. Well, these props are hard to make, so it's 26 people. Well, I lost a lot of people here. Well, thanks. Let's start again. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Let's check mass. Is there something interesting in mass? Wow. No, actually no man. No. Okay, the good news is there are no master events on this planet. It's one time to practice my skills with the joystick. Right? Next. Next. Yeah. So quickly. It's so go. Here, this one. And one. Cargo is full. It's not. But no, that element. Yeah. And like this. Perfect. Right. We'll see it again. Exploration. Mercury. I still need to go to Mercury. I think my clothes. Uh, shaky. Venus. Venus is green. After all these years. Right? A few years, no GP, no biology. What? What? Oh. Oh. Class 8. Right. Oh, the source. Okay. Well, that was well. Configuration of the ship is like this. No, I will definitely not explore this. So the only place remains is Mercury. Ah. Well, I'm becoming better. vibration loss. This is my bottom. Ah, okay, got some. This is really quite good. Ah, well, we've got the switch. Ah, yeah. Well, just my luck. Let's try from here. Say that again. Let's try here. Ooh, almost. Oh. Okay, and I lost 6 men so far. 15 men is my limit. Okay, let's see. How much? 2. Mm. 11. Okay, if I don't lose anymore, okay, so it takes me with 1 12 to enter with the fight. As long as I can see. Okay, one more. Okay, correct. Infection beings. Yes, it will. So I want to not throw not with not throw. And for this. No, which is a 50 and 12. go to the station now. Here is Ur-Quan. Hope I can get the connection. People. Let's see. Okay, 8 paragraph 8. I hope it will be enough.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
Okay.
We're initiating transfer of radioactive, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can reset the energy cores, there, that's much better. Power ratings declining, life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain?
Is he Is he on it? Okay. A conclusão. Wystarczy wynika.
Star Control Science Mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Cold Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to bail up, I would have heard about it. You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division, Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation in Antarctic space. The Vela Star System, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? Why are you here? What do you want from us?
Aqui o que é esse barulho do lado que eu da não posso dizer. Não.
Under the shield, there's no
Pressão.
also the slave shield overhead. But day and night we gaze up the impenetrable wall as though with sheer power by hating toward down. Over the years I've spent so much of my time struggling down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I've forgotten what it means to be free. The key of Ur-Quan masters. Now here you are, with an alien ship of unknown power offering you your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced research and technology, you can somehow crack the rich slave shield and reassemble the alliance to attack the hierarchy. This time, you ain't going to war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Ur-Quan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact as gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Ur-Quan and accepting the risk of annihilation if you're defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
What? No, I found the base. I found the base.
Oh, darn! All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcasts, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on the station path. Our computer identifies it as Ur-Quan, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's just having our signal.
Okay, this is a fight. Alright, where the hell did it came from? Okay.
And we would have continued in the divine worship of God and Dagon, but we require additional universe and repairs to our clothing device. So we departed the last constellation and set course for home. But before we had reached our regional space, we detected the passage of Ur-Quan, the Ur-Quan zone. It informed us about you, so we're alive. And now you die.
Yeah. No, he's fine. Okay. Okay, I will try to go. Ah, fire! Ah, I wonder, oh, it's definitely the flight.
What a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the Battle of Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation on helping you has been resolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Ur-Quan. We may get around rear ends in the process, but by God, Captain, we're gonna try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain?
Okay, we will proceed to summon major enemy bird. Wow. What's my plan? This slowly. Well, the third option is the most plausible.
A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
Okay, how will I name it? Zero one has three stats that only for guns, alien nations, and United in part of. Okay, that would be the United Federation of
That has a familiar ring to it. Nonetheless, we'll make it so. The United Federation of Worlds. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
What weeks? I need people.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. There is a cost, however. The unit belts up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starts with fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ship you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how the starbase works, what resources you need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Alright, this will be a lot of questions. We have nice too.
Or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
I have something. Okay, I have minerals to upload. Let's see. No,
Not a bad job, Captain.
let's see. Where did the minerals go? I think they became this new units. Additional fuel?
Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know? You need to modify your precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew.
Ah, well, I want fuel.
starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which could easily reconfigure for different missions by adding Ur-Quan and self-contained equipment packs, which we call modules. The modules we can build right now are thruster units, which make the ship move faster, attitude jets, which allow you to rotate the ship more quickly, Ur-Quan, which provide life support facilities for up to 50 additional crew members, storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral resources, fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel, dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapon's rate of fire. And last but not least, ion bolt gun, combat weaponry. The exact function of which depends on its location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward. When put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots spread to the left and right of center. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots directly left and right. And when put in the last or rear slot, it fires a single shot straight backward.
Cool.
The base is designed to serve as hierarchy ship. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilized antimatter technology as hierarchy vessels, and will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we'll have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will be a substantial drain on our resources. Our shipyard facilities are sophisticated and fully automated, permitting a handful of Starbase personnel to do the same job as 500 vacuuming construction workers. However, the only designs that we had in our computers were incomplete hierarchy ship designs. It looked grim until one of the officers came forward with an amazing story. Even though the Ur-Quan destroyed every Earthling cruiser in the fleet nearly 20 years ago, one of my maintenance engineers was a Starship production assistant at the Detroit shipyard. When Earth was conquered, she was ordered to destroy all ship construction databases. And she secretly made copies of the blueprint discs and then kept them with her ever since. These discs contain all the data we need to build as many Earthling cruisers as you want, provided you, Captain, to supply the large amounts of mineral resources required to build those vessels. In theory, Captain, we could build alien starships here if we had designs for them. However, it's a well-known fact that alien vessels just can't be flown in combat without native starship captains at the helm.
We
have almost 2,000 highly motivated, skilled professionals aboard this Starbase, and every single one of them wants to serve aboard your starship. Wherever each hand we lose to your ship needs less manpower here at the Starbase. This is reflected in the crew RU cost. As long as you don't lose too many crew members to combat or planet exploration, the RU cost will remain static. But we have only so many warm bodies on this Starbase, and if your need for food grows beyond a certain point, the cost could increase dramatically.
Okay.
As you know, Captain, we've committed the entire output of the station to building your flagship and your battle fleet into the strongest force possible. However, our resources are very limited, and we feel you must decide how we are to spend our effort and material. Today, you are making these decisions. We have implemented a resource allocation scheme. We provide you with a numerical assessment of the station's resources and ascribe a cost to each task we perform and each device we can build. It's up to you to decide how you're going to spend your resource unit, or RU as you call them. To acquire more RU, you must bring resources back to the Starbase. These resources can be either in the form of mineral ores gathered from planet surfaces or already refined metals and other valuable materials from the wreckage of enemy starships.
The source units is RU.
The most straightforward way to bring mineral ores back to this Starbase. There are probably enough resources in just the nearby dozen stars to build your ship into a powerful battleship, or to create a strong task force of combat vessels. But also recommend that you build several additional storage bays. When gathering minerals, focus on cleaning out one star system at a time. This way, you minimize the cost of travel through hyperspace. While I respect your search for abstract knowledge, frankly, Captain, in our present circumstances, I see little use for such data here. Perhaps you can make use of biological information elsewhere. What else can I tell you?
Okay.
Fortify your precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew.
No doubt.
What else can I tell you? What aspect of history, Captain?
See some historical data. This is
We have some data on this subject. What do you want to know about? Now, you probably know more about them than I do, but here goes. About 200,000 years ago, when our great-grandparents were just starting to play with stone knives and bearskins, a star-bearing species suddenly appeared on the galactic scene and spread like wildfire. We found evidence of the presence just about everywhere, from an orbital platform on Alpha Centauri to a stack of data plates in a cave on Pluto to some nameless widget found in a voodoo shop in New Orleans. We never found a precursor body or even a picture of one. We can conjecture what they look like by examining the scale and layout of their equipment. Such an analysis indicates they were giants, say 5 to 8 meters tall and twice as wide. I don't know if they look more like a brontosaur or an elephant. Anyway, about 3,000 years after the precursors made their dramatic appearance, they vanished. Ooh. As far as we can tell, it took less than a decade to happen. Besides the precursors, well, the only information we have is second-hand based on some research by a Chemvector historian that I read at the Academy. Since search that, the historian found some evidence that there was a group of alien races who formed an interstellar empire not too far from here, about 22,000 years ago. The only species in this empire actually lived in our region of space was a race of rock-like creatures who lived in the Volpeculae constellation. The presence of the hostile androgens in that part of space severely limited Sixer-Tack's research. We never even found out the race's name.
Well, so I will have to find them.
Yes, there is. Aside from the precursor relics we have found on Earth, often in museums mislabeled as modern art, we seem to have disturbing evidence of much more recent visitation. Perhaps you're already aware that during the mid to late 20th century, there were uncounted UFO sightings as well as dozens of reported encounters with alien life forms. Although we can discount many of the reports as ritual fabrication or traumatic translation, the military authorities at the time kept a secret record of the incidents which were legitimate. In each such case, the aliens were almost identical in appearance. They had white skin and minimal facial features except for huge almond-shaped eyes, which are often described as glowing or luminescent. This description fits almost perfectly the Ur-Quan race. In most legitimate encounters, the people involved described being physically examined or modified by the aliens. In some cases, unusual pregnancies occurred in every instance. There were repeat visitations as though the Ur-Quan were doing checkups on their subjects. We never got the chance to confront the Ur-Quan about what they did to us and why. I wonder if we ever will. Would you like information on any other aspect of history?
So I got the history. The races.
What about the war?
Okay, let's see.
Earth got involved late in the game in 2112 when the Shenjutsu arrived in our solar system for the first time. So let's back up a few years to 2098 when the Shenjutsu super sensitive receivers detected a strange signal from the Ophiuchi constellation. Though even the Shenjutsu didn't know it was the first sign of the Ur-Quan's arrival. The Ur-Quan, having detected the presence of many sentient species, were beating out an exulting, hunting cry. First direct evidence of the Ur-Quan's intent was the sudden conquest of the Ur-Quan, a solitary though not unfriendly species in the Orionist constellation. Shenjutsu, distraught by the invasion, were further angered when the Ur-Quan turned their fleet from a hostile but weak Ilrat race. A hastily assembled defense force with Murmur and Shenjutsu vessels turned the Ur-Quan fleet aside, but the invader moved into Spaffy space, rapidly subjugating that race. With each new conquest, the Ur-Quan fleet grew larger as it added slave vessels to its ranks. Earth joined the Genzetsu to form the Alliance of Three Stars at about the same time as the Androsid stars fell to the Ur-Quan Armada. Before the ink was dry on our agreement with the Genzetsu in 2116, a new race appeared in orbit around the moon and asked for admittance to the Alliance. It was the Ur-Quan. Time to see unusual, the Ur-Quan were definitely weird, looking like saucer men from Mars, but we were too busy cranking up our mothballed heavy industry, so we really didn't pay as much attention at the time. At the start of the war, here on Earth, we were working like crazy, trimming out hundreds of heavy cruisers and smaller support vehicles. The Ur-Quan were busy too. Unbeknownst to us, they moved down towards the Luton Star Group and were attacking the Bucks, so only the E02 knew existed. Our Bucks' first contact with the Bucks took place in 2119, and it was the biggest single mistake we made during the war. After defeating the Bucks, the Ur-Quan fleet ran smack into the combined might of the E02 to show Pixie, supported by the first wave of arc cruisers. Again, the Ur-Quan turned away from the hard spot to attack the weak, so we just thought they were running away. In fact, the Ur-Quan had found another independent alien race, the Mycon, in the Broadhead constellation. Mycon's voluntary submission to the Ur-Quan brought the return of the Ur-Quan fleet, now swollen with 100 devastating Mycon pod ships. The last entrance to the conflict was the Siren, a race of space gypsies who would escape the hierarchy by moving a vast fleet of slow-moving habitats into human space. With the side set, the last Ur-Quan offensive began. The Ur-Quan came roaring through Buck space and tried to push past the Indian Mira star system. Their onslaught was barely repulsed, and our counterattack made hardly a dent of the hierarchy forces, but we held the line. The Corward front remained intact. Over the following 10 years, there were many great battles between the combined Alliance Starfleet and the Ur-Quan and their hierarchy of battle thralls. Then in 2134, a dramatic shift in the balance of power took place. This must have been about the time the science research mission was sent to the planet of Bell. Our fleets were pushed back from the Indy-Nero line beyond Rayman. Holding Rigel caused grievously in Genzetsu forces, and the Ur-Quan, recognizing this weakness, shifted to focus the brunt of their forces on Procyon. That was the last we heard from Genzetsu and the Murmur. A few weeks later, waves of ships hit us from all directions. When Ceres Station, our outpost on the asteroid belt, fell to the hierarchy, we knew we were beaten, but we fought on anyway. 3 days later, the Ur-Quan vaporized our last remaining laser force on the moon, and the dreadnoughts took up geosynchronous position above Rome, Moscow, Beijing, Tokyo, London, Buenos Aires, and Washington. We lost the war and we knew it, but the Ur-Quan decided to make it real clear. And that's why if you check any of our most recent maps, you won't find Buenos Aires. After the UN submitted their formal surrender, we were given a week to decide the nature of our servitude. The Ur-Quan demanded that the decision be made through popular vote. When all the votes were tallied, Earth had chosen not to fight for the Ur-Quan. We'd become a fallow slave world. We were given a month to withdraw all of our people and equipment to Earth. Anyone or anything left off planet would be destroyed after the shield went up. Then the Ur-Quan broadcast an odd message. All objects of human construction more than 500 years old were to be abandoned. We didn't know what the Ur-Quan meant until they moved their dreadnoughts into new orbital positions and opened fire on the surface with their fusion weapons. In seconds, large sections of London, Paris, and other European cities were incinerated. First, we thought they were going to annihilate us after all. And we noticed they were also striking such targets as the Giza Pyramid, the Parthenon in Athens, and Stonehenge. Curiously, the United States was almost untouched. The flaming rain lasted 40 hellish hours. It took days after we crawled from our smoldering shelters to realize what the Ur-Quan had done. Our new masters had targeted every building, monument, or other man-made construction older than 500 years and destroyed it. In those few days, we lost most of the history of mankind. In some cases, the Ur-Quan destroyed places we did not even suspect were significant. From their positions in orbit, the dreadnoughts blew away a kilometer of land in central Iraq, vaporized several targets in the Amazon rainforest, punched a big hole through the Antarctic ice cap to destroy something deep under the surface, and melted a broad swath of the ocean floor in the southeastern Atlantic. Then, just a couple of days later, the shield went up, and our contact with the outside world stopped. The next time I saw the stars was 8 years ago, when I was transferred up here to be the new commander of this starbase.
Okay.
Would you like any information on any other aspects of history? Sure. Anything else?
Okay,
Is
another information.
there anything else you need?
Yes, I want to report to see if there is some additional stuff.
Be careful out there, Captain.
Wait, what's happened to the fuel? And the fuel? Ah, there we go. Okay, so if I want to go to the commander, I can press here. It's starting to ship. Cool, that's interesting. Well. Ooh, what a fuel. That's great. Okay, 64. It's modules. There is a population. Okay, so this is my one hopes that I get here, Ur-Quan. Okay, this is Ur-Quan. Alright. Okay, I will check the ship in the next video. Because this one should do some the first parts. Okay, something.